So hey guys, today is a little different video than what I normally do. This is, a lot of my buddies around recently have done a lot of videos talking about, Mary Sue's and self-inserts and all kinds of topics about that jazz. And there's hundreds of videos out there all about it. And I thought, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna redesign my Mary Sue OC because yes, come here. I'm gonna let you know a little secret. You listening here right now. Everybody has a Mary Sue character. Okay, we all do. We all have, and that's a whole debate for another day, and I want to talk about it because I feel like not enough people do. To me, it's the same debate as the I've never traced in my life. And I'm like, yeah, you have. Because everyone has. You were probably a kid. But at one point or another, everybody's traced. Everybody's had a Mary Sue. And there's nothing to be ashamed of that. And I really wish people would stop being so ashamed of it, because to me it's just like anything else. It shows that you are growing and you are improving. Look at where you are to where you are now. Now this character is the little picture you have in the corner that says her name, which is Luna. Original was actually a redraw of her original design, which I don't even want to put on screen. It was so ugly looking. It was so bland and so lame. And I was like, you know what though? This little revamp I think I did it back in 2012. I wrote the date on the picture at one point. And, I was like, this shows promise, but I gotta change some things. So, what did Luna come from? Well, if you can tell from the little thing here on her stupid neck, she was a Naruto OC. Because I was grossly obsessed with Naruto when I was in middle school and early high school. Actually, most of high school. I don't know why I say early high school. Most of high school. I was grossly obsessed with Naruto. And I had a lot of fan characters. But they were called, back in those days, back in my weeb days, those were called RPCs, which were roleplay characters over, fan characters. I don't know when fan characters started popping up. But in the community I was in, they were called RPCs. And so Luna, oh Lord, Luna, how do I start with Luna? First of all, her name was Luna Kage, as in Luna's shadow, because I'm so edgy right there. And she was from the Sand Village. I don't remember the technical name. It's been so many fucking years at this point. But she was a love interest for Gaara. Oh, and she was also a puppet master, like Konkoro. And I'm surprised I still remember some of the characters' fucking names. She was a puppet master, hence the weird green things popping out of her fingers. And she was also a vampire. Because, you just can't have enough stuff in one character. When I was redesigning her, because I thought about it, I'm like, no. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this challenge, and I challenge everyone to do it. If you had an old Mary Sue character, you should totally redesign them now. See what would happen. See, because after I was thinking about it, I'm like, okay, what do I want to keep? Well, she was a vampire. Okay, I can keep that, because in my stories, vampires exist in a couple of them, so I'm like, okay, I'll do that. I'll keep her as a vampire. Let's see, what else? She was a puppet master from Naruto. Oh, I know, I'll make her obsessed with marionettes. And I decided to put that in her design a bit. So, as you can tell, she is extremely flat-chested. She does not have the boobies. But I gave her some nice hips. And I decided to give her a nice, really frilly, poofy dress. And I was going to go with her original color scheme as seen there, but I thought it was so bland. And after a lot of realization, I realized a lot of my characters tend to have pretty gothic color schemes, and hers still pretty much is, because she's pretty pale-skinned and everything, and I gave her darker makeup. But I'm like, no, you know what? I'm going to change it up. We're going to give you a nice creamy colored dress to match with everything going on here. And I'll have it be to where she'll be a part of a vampire family, because vampire families exist in my stories. And will she be a main character? No. She might not even show up in the actual writing process. If anything, she might be a side character now. But, or, like a throwaway character. But I was thinking about her design and looking about how much she has improved since then. And I decided to I kept her hairstyle, because I think the hairstyle was a good choice. I kept the colors of her hair. I kept the colors of her eyes. And when I was trying to think of her personality, you know what happened? Nothing fucking came up, because I realized since Luna was such a Mary Sue character when I created her, she didn't have a fucking personality. She was that mirror character I tried making because I wanted her to be with Gara so fucking bad. And I was like, oh my god, you have no fucking personality, and I gotta change that. So I decided that, since she's obsessed with marionettes and puppets, that slowly she's going to start turning herself into such thing. So she tries to be perfect in every single way, and in doing so, she has this facade over herself that, people realize that she is fake, and she's lying, and she's, just a pretty shell with some secrets underneath. And I was like, see, there's something. So that's what I'm gonna go with that. And this is just a basic, you can't really tell from the bio picture, because it's just her standing there. But I do believe she passed the silhouette test, which you should totally look up, by the way. And I really do love this redesign. I love the redesign. I like the fact that I gave her a personality and a little bit of a backstory, but I was still able to keep the oldness that was her in it. And I feel like that's sort of what we need, because Mary Sue's, they do have a special place in our heart. They can be complete trash once we're older and we realize how trashy they are, but they're still special. They're still special to us, because it's what got us started. Maybe it's your first character you ever made. Maybe it's a Sonic OC. Maybe it's a fan character for a video game series you love, or anything. But they always hold a special place in our heart. And I feel like we shouldn't just throw them to the wayside, because, again, you can see how much you've grown in the small, limited space of time. You can see how far you've improved with your art, or maybe your writing. Maybe, let's say you don't like drawing. Let's say you're a writer, and go back to like a fanfic you first wrote, because a lot of people start off with fanfics, or an original story, and just look back at your babies. Look back at what you started, and you can see the potential there that we little you start now didn't see at the time. And I suggest everyone should do this, because I think it's a blast. I had a great time redesigning this, and now I got a fun little doodaddy, creepy character out of it. And I hope you guys do the same. Maybe not the creepy or the cute, maybe you want to make a monster, who cares, whatever you want. But I just want everyone to see, look at where I am now compared to when I was. Because not enough people realize that. They don't go back far enough to see how far they've come. And that's all I wanted to say. So I'll let the music take it away for the rest of the video. And as always, guys, I will see you next time. Bye!